Hello everyone, and welcome to my little corner of the internet. Today I'm going to be putting together this cutting table with grid by the So Ready collection by Studio Designs. So as you will see here, I have all of the pieces laid out on the floor. It's not super complicated. We have 3 different pieces to the cutting table, and all of the instructions and tools that you will need come in the box. So let's get to it. Here's our listing of all of the pieces that are included, all of the hardware. So starting with page 1, you will find 2 separate sections. These are going to form the legs. So as you will see in this small bag here, we have sections to start putting the wheels together. You see 18 and 19 there. I couldn't quite tell the difference at first, but you'll see I made a mistake, so we'll fix it later on. Easy peasy, we start by putting these bolts in at the desired height. This height is adjustable, so you could always change which holes you're inserting this into if you want the table to be a little bit taller or shorter. So as you can see, each leg has 2 of these little knobs that are going into it. Screw partially to begin and then fully tighten once you're happy with both legs. Now we have a double washer scenario with the foot. So you're going to slip those onto the foot and again screw in by hand until you're decently happy with how tight it is. Then you'll get your wrench and do a final tightening once you're finished. So here I go for wheel number 2, hand tighten with the washers. And you can see where I took the wrench out. That's going to be my final tightening here, just to make sure those are nice and secure. One of those washers is built to create a really tight seal, and then we'll just peel off the little pieces of plastic here so we have nice shiny wheels. Now here you'll notice my mistake. Oops. So as you can see, we are supposed to have the wheels that all have stops on them, not the ones without the stops. All right, so here's the central section that we just put together. Now we need to put the bars that connect them. So I've started by placing the bars where they're supposed to be with that screw hole facing the top. We're then going to grab our Allen wrench and the corresponding screws and begin our work. Again, I like to start by hand tightening these. If you go too tight, it's going to be very hard to fit in the next bar. So again, just hand tighten until it's reasonably secure. And then once you've finished, you're gonna go back in and make sure that everything is fully tightened down, as long as there are no other pieces that have to go in between. So now that I've finished, I'm gonna take that Allen wrench, really secure it. I will say, please keep a hold on the bar as you're securing it, as that screw hole, which is supposed to face up, likes to turn as you are tightening. So just make sure the screw hole stays up. Now these are further connections happening in between the bars. So in case things get too tight, you might not want to tighten all of the first set of bars screws until you finish this step as well. It might depend on yours. Mine didn't give me a lot of trouble, but I could see where it could become an issue. So these are the sliders where those storage drawers are going to go in. Each one has 2 small screws attaching it. And we're just going to tighten those down once we've gotten them all into place. We don't want to go too tight until we've finished. And as you can see here, this little Allen wrench was really giving me a hard time on some of these angles. So I have this cool IKEA tool set, which includes an Allen type of bit that I can use easily to finish screwing those down, where I don't have to worry about hitting that bar over and over with the end of the Allen key. So now we have one more of these bars to install on the other side. As you can see, I am now able to set this upright. Make sure that you're looking at the picture and this video for the orientation on these bars. You'll notice that the hollowed out portion on both sides is facing toward the center. That's where your drawer is going to slide in. This comes with 2 different storage drawers. So you will want to make sure that they're the right way before you tighten everything down. Now I'm continuing on the other side. As you can see, I have my little 3-year-old best helper kind of peeking into this video. So now it's directing us to tighten all those bolts. As I was mentioning before, you don't want to tighten down anything that's connecting two ends completely until everything that has to go in between has been placed. So this is a board being installed near the bottom part of the center of the table. It's basically going to create something of a storage shelf. There are 5 screws going into it, 1 in the center, 2 on each side. Again, partial tightening, then go ahead and put it all down. And as you can see, we've got a half-naked 3-year-old running through the picture. That is her preferred natural state in the wild. So once we've got all those screws in, I'm just going back and I'm retightening everything. And the little one is going to make sure I did a really good job on the first part too. So now these are our 2 sets of legs that are going to attach to the center of the table, but also swing out away from it to support our cutting panels, and we don't want it in the folded down position. So as you can see, they are the same. Both sides are made exactly the same, so I laid them out the same just to make it really easy to put in all my screws. Just like the central section, we have 2 screws per leg, again, adjustable in height. And then you're gonna attach that foot to the bottom. Notice now, these are the 2 feet left over that do not have the locks to keep them from moving. So in case you missed that comment earlier, these are the feet that do not lock. So we repeated that on both sides, and now I am inserting it into the body of the table. You have both a bolt and another washer situation, or sorry, a nut. We're gonna put that down through the center. That was probably the most challenging part, just because you have to thread it through the hole in the top, through the full bar, and through to the bottom. Then you're going to slip that nut onto the end. I was trying to tighten it. This was not the easiest part of the process, I'll just put it that way. So you want to brace it with your wrench and then turn it with your Allen key generally. That's the easiest way to go about it. So we did the same thing on the other side. 1 on top, 1 on bottom. They look the same. So these are our 2 legs that swing out and support the full table, which we're now about to put together. So this table is in 3 pieces. It is very important that before you go ahead, you line up the pictures and lines on those pieces appropriately and then flip them all the same direction. That could become a really big problem if you don't do it that way, as you see how many screws we're about to put in here. So again, lay those out with the correct side up first so you make sure they're all oriented properly, then flip them all the same way. So for hinges, we've got a bunch, and each hinge takes 6 tiny screws. So just like I've been mentioning before, you're gonna put those screws in part of the way, get everything partially secured, and then you will go in and tighten everything just to make sure that everything is aligned the way that you want it to be. So as we're going through here, we have a lot of different hinges to attach. Now they are all on, partially, again. And you could go hand tightening like I'm demonstrating here, 1 by 1 by 1. And usually once I have tightened all of them primarily, I'll go in and do another half twist or so to make sure they're truly tight. Just be careful not to strip anything. I will admit I cheated here and popped out my drill, but just be very careful if you do a drill because there is a high likelihood that you'll strip it. So now these are little, I don't even know what to call them, but somewhat like a bolt. It's essentially just meant to hold those pieces of the table where you want them to be once the adjustable legs come out to hold the flap. It's basically going to fall into a hole on the top of the swinging leg to hold it in place in the open position. So I just hand screwed those in. Now here we're actually attaching the body of the table to the central section. We're doing this upside down. There are 4 main bolts going in here. And once I've got them all hand screwed in place, I'm going in with my screwdriver with my Allen wrench just to make sure that everything's nice and tight. I'm folding up the sides, and even though it says to do this with 2 people, I'm just gonna she-man it because I can. Had a little trouble there. Pause, you got it. Don't squeeze your fingers, and we're up. Okay, great. So here's your table, and those storage shelves that I talked about earlier, those are sliding right on in. We've got a few pins to keep them from coming out too far. So once you've slid the drawer in, you're gonna place 2 pins so that when you pull out, it can't pass the pins and your stuff can't fall over the floor. And there's that little knob I talked about that I hand screwed in. When the table leg comes out, it has a hole in the top of it, and that pin fits right in there. So that is our completed table. You just have to put the other drawer on the other side with the pins, and you're set. Thanks so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one, and let me know if this was helpful.